When you were diagnosed, what was the first thing that you thought? What went through your mind when you heard that diagnosis?
Like, what is multiple sclerosis? I didn't know anyone in my family or anyone around me that had MS, so I was like, okay. So of course I did my own research.
And how did that go?
That did not go pretty. So I was like, okay, what do I do with direction? You know, and the first thing I thought was wheelchair. You know, I may be in a wheelchair within 10 years because that was the data back then in 2001 that I may be in a wheelchair.
Talk about your first symptoms.
My first symptoms was I would just kind of like lock up. My arms would just lock up, and I didn't know, you know, where it came from or anything. And I was like, something is just not right, because my arms were not moved. It would just like freeze.
And so you actually couldn't move your arms?
Could not move my arms, and then my shoulders would draw up. And I was like, something is just not right. So that's when I went seek my primary physician to see what was going on.
What are the symptoms that you have experienced with your MS?
The first 8 years were really rough for me. I had the optic neuritis, of course the MS pain, and it affected my left side the most with the pain. I was using a cane, and also I used to be in a wheelchair.
When you went in that wheelchair, how many years had you had MS?
7 years.
And I know you were worried, you know, because you had said, I have 10 years and then I'm going in a wheelchair. Yep. When that moment came that you had to go into the wheelchair,
it was depressing. You know, I never thought at 37 I would be, you know, my health would be declining.
You were in the wheelchair for how long?
For about 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
Yes,
Okay.
so I feel like my MS has gone into remission. And I think with faith has really helped me. And it gave me the strength and endurance to get up and say I can do this, and also with my doctor pushing me and not giving up on me. And that's when he said, look, you need to get up and try to walk every day, if it's just to the mailbox and back, and then just keep trying each day. He said, if not, you will be permanently in this wheelchair. Every step I take every day is literally important to me. And people, some people take it for granted that they can walk or even get up.
Yeah.
It's literally every step I take is important to me. Walk MS has tremendously helped me in various ways, not just fundraising, but programs and services that they offer. Also with financial assistance, because I remember MS can be very expensive in the beginning, very expensive. With the, like I said, I was in the hospital every 3 months, so that's a hospital bill every 3 months, so it's very expensive. So they helped me financially, which was my mortgage. You know, and that's a roof over my children's head. So they helped me out in that way, and also with their programs and services to keep us educated and engaged about MS. Day one, I've always, you know, inquired about the National MS Society. That's where I always got my information from, was for, because I figured it was reliable, you know, looking online. So when I found out that they had programs and services that help you, I was like, great, I can contact them to see if I can get some assistance. And if it wasn't for the walk or bike MS, they would not be able to have these funds to help us or assist us, because they even will help with various of things. I've seen, you know, heard different stories about how they've helped people. Come out, support us, because every step you take is a step closer to a cure. Every step you take is for someone that wants to get up and walk. And every time you fundraise, it goes to research, it goes to programs and services, it goes to things that help us. Some of us that are maybe lost with MS and don't know what to do, we can reach out to the National MS Society, because they're there with wealth of information to guide us through this process.